Hello, world. Welcome to Craft Habit. Welcome to Craft Chat, our occasionally weekly craft chat talk show.
It's occasionally weekly.
It's occasionally
I've
weekly.
never heard of that, and I'm digging it because I do things occasionally, systematically, and regularly.
Yes.
From time to time.
Yes, we like to be regular but make no promises.
Exactly.
So hi, I'm Sarah. We're here in Craft Habit in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm super excited to have a guest today. This is Catherine Pooler.
Hi.
She is a local business owner here in Raleigh. She has an awesome line of stamps and inks and card making supplies. And we were so excited to connect with you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, a year ago maybe?
Yeah,
Was when we
before
first
you
got
guys
connected.
opened.
Before we opened.
Mm-hmm.
We love joining up with our fellow female-led businesses.
Yes.
So we're so glad to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
And part of why we're really excited is we now, new in store, have all of Catherine's ink line, all 50-some
Yes,
inks.
and counting.
And counting.
And counting, so make more room.
We'll have
More are coming.
We'll build some more shelves.
Was that bean spilling?
I don't know. There's always more. There's always going to be more.
Always more.
And we have a few exciting projects coming up with Catherine, but we wanted to give her a moment to introduce herself, talk a little bit about her stamps and process, and then we'll tell you about a fun event coming up soon.
Yeah, so I'm Catherine, and I started crafting as a child, and that started with sewing, led to scrapbooking, led to card making, and I've been doing that for, more than 15 years. And so I spent a lot of years teaching classes and loved doing that. And then as my kids got older, I started going online when YouTube was pretty young. I started my YouTube channel and my blog, and then started teaching, because I used to teach in my house. And then I started teaching online and reaching people around the globe, which is amazing. Yes, it's pretty amazing, the people that I've met. And so I've built this online presence, and then, people would want the products that I was using. And so then it just kind of morphed into, hey, why don't I have my own product line? So I'm a little opinionated. And so, I love, so there are so many stamp companies out there, and I love so many things that they have. But I knew what I wanted to stamp with and what my idea of the perfect stamp set was. And so that's when I started, working with illustrators and creating my own product line.
That's awesome. How long has Catherine Pooler Designs been incorporated? So
we've had a product for 4 years. This August is when we started the product. So
baby company.
Baby, yeah. So
and then the ink grows all the time.
The ink is like I'm losing track of time now. I think it's like 2.5 years. And that was another, I feel like I'm a problem solver. So there are lots of inks on the market, and many of them do really great things. But there were some things that I wanted in my version of a perfect ink pad. Yeah. So I set out to work with a manufacturer and create what my version of the perfect ink pad is. So I started with the colors. I always found myself kind of gravitating toward the same 5 or 8 colors. And every single card I would use the same color palette. I might have 75 inks, but I would use 5 or 8 of them. And it took me a while to figure out why I was doing that. And then I kind of realized that I didn't know how to put colors together. Because, when you're putting colors together, you want to choose colors that are in the same saturation level. Like if you put a lime green and a rose pink together, that doesn't go. So we set out to do a line of muted shades. So this is like our kind of grayed down coral color. And then and that's the spa collection. So here's a purple in the same collection.
So those work together.
And then we did a line called the party collection. So this is vibrant, saturated colors. So you can see there's a big difference. So these are basically coral, but on a very highly saturated level and on a muted tone. And then purple, same thing, yeah. Nice. And then this ink does a lot of different techniques, and it also stamps cleanly. So when you go into a dark color and then a light color, a lot of times you'll get ink transfer. Our inks don't do that. So with your light colors, you're always going to get a true color instead of a muddied from the last dark color you used. And also when you stamp, you get a solid image. So a lot of, some inks come out a little splotchy. Our inks don't do that either. So, and they're foam, so the inking is really super easy, and they're lovely.
Nice. And you have all all your products have these refill inks that you can use to refill, and the foam is super easy to do that.
Yes.
Which I love.
Yes.
And then you've got everything organized, like you were saying, into collections. So if I am brand new to stamping, which kind of I am, I can just say, oh, I know that everything in this particular collection is going to work together.
Yes.
Which
so we have the ink brochure.
Easier.
Yeah, you have the ink brochure in store, so it shows your different color collections, and it also talks to you about different ink techniques that you can do with the inks. So it's a handy little piece of literature.
Well, along with all these gorgeous inks, we are also carrying Catherine's Canvo bullet journal line, which is a new thing, and we're so excited because I love organizing. I will spend more time organizing than doing things sometimes.
Organizing and making it pretty.
Yes, organizing and making it pretty to get your life together.
Yeah.
So we have these bullet journals. There's a couple different kinds. There's the Flower Garden and the Aquatini, and tons of stamps. And every month there's a new set of stamps to go with the month. We'll have April's out. Oh my God, they can come out yesterday. We'll have April's stamps out in store now as soon as this video is over. Tell us a little bit about Canvo, and then we'll talk about the event we have coming up.
Yes, so here's another problem. I did not know anything about the concept of bullet journaling until this past summer, and when I learned about it, I went crazy, and I immediately head to the craft store to get a bullet journal, and I already had all the supplies like inks and stamps and markers, and so I brought my journal home, and I started. A bullet journal is basically like an empty book that you use to create to-do lists, and you track things, and you add your own personal calendars in there. So it some people do art journaling and all kinds of different things in there. So it's a book that you kind of customize to your own wants and needs. Here's my books, my book club books, and then books that I want to read for my own personal. So you can record and keep track of all kinds of things in there.
Little calendar pages.
Yeah, and I quickly found that. A lot of journals on the market, when you stamp or use markers, they bleed through to the other side.
Yeah.
So then it's kind of a mess. And so then it makes a mess and it bleeds through the other side. And you kind of
pages.
Yeah. So, being the problem solver that I am, we worked with a company to create a journal that has little to no ghosting. So that's what the bleed through is called, ghosting. Awesome. So the bullet journal was born. And then we created a product line to go with it. So we have the little mini ink pads, which are great and portable. And then we have a whole line of stamps that were created for bullet journaling. Yes, there's the March.
There's March, and we'll have April out here soon.
This is great for travel planning. This is a brand new stamp set, Going Where. So it was made specifically for your journaling. And then also for you card makers out there, you can create cards with this as well.
Perfect. Getting ready for summer and trips.
Oh, yes.
So on April 3rd, which is really soon, April 3rd, 2019, in case you're watching this from the future.
Yeah.
If it's after then, you missed it, sorry, but we might do more. So Catherine's going to come and lead a workshop on how to get started with bullet journaling. And we'll use these products and get special tips. And what else do you want to say about the class?
So I'm going to start out, doing like a presentation, teaching you all about journaling, like how, what, where, why, when, that kind of thing, sharing some of the things that I've done, and then teach some basic stamping skills. And then their class price includes some ink.
Includes a set of inks. It's one of these. It's the mini set of inks. The foundation set of inks, set of Canvo stamps.
A brand new set.
A brand new set of stamps. Yes. And then you can, if you already have a Canvo journal, you can bring it, or you can purchase one here at Craft Habit, and we'll have a discount on those on the day of class.
Yes, and then you can stay and hang out, and I'll just be hanging out and helping you get started in your bullet journal.
I'm excited.
It's going to be so much fun.
I need to add a lot more pages to mine. So.
It's going to be great.
So you can sign up for that class through craftabotraleigh.com. You can also find that event on Facebook. And we hope to see you there. And if not then, come in and get some Canvo stuff.
Yeah.